Hi, and welcome back to State of Flux, here with a review of The Suicide Squad. This is James Gunn's remake of the truly awful David Ayer film called just simply Suicide Squad. This film is a significant step up. It is unabashedly violent. It goes for that R rating, which is well earned. It is a much smarter film than the previous one, filled with stronger energy, better sense of humor, jokes actually land. It's remarkable. And stronger performances all the way around. Harley Quinn is used better in this film than in either of her previous iterations in this DC extended universe. It's not all Harley that's good. Every character is quite interesting, except for one, and I'll touch on that in just a minute. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Even though this is a significant step up, it does suffer in two areas. The biggest one being the first hour of this film. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes or so. First hour of this film is really mean-spirited. Really, I wasn't sure I was necessarily going to go with the film. I knew that I liked it better than what I'd seen in the entirety of that first movie, but it just seemed like an angry movie, and not really earning its existence, in my opinion. But then there's a pivotal moment, actually having to do with Harley Quinn, just before the middle of the movie, that turned it around. Not only did it turn it around, it was her best scene in the entire franchise. It's where they finally nail down the character of Harley Quinn, and it was in this moment that the whole movie kind of turned around for me, and the jokes started really elevating, but the characters I found myself being more drawn to. And the emotional beats of the story started really hitting you on a pretty significant level. So yeah, the one of the two main problems is the first half is relatively weak sauce compared to the back half. However, the back half is so good, especially the last 30 minutes, that the whole film really comes together. That last 30 minutes is possibly the best 30 minutes in a DCEU movie that we've had thus far, except for maybe some moments here in the first Wonder Woman. The other area that I would like to throw some criticism at is the character of Bloodsport. This is Idris Elba's character, performed excellently by Idris Elba. No surprise there, he's a tremendous actor. However, you could tell that screenplay called for Will Smith's Deadshot, and they did nothing to mask that. He is exactly the same character. Every stretch of that character fits perfectly in the form of the character established for Will Smith, but rather than recast the character, they just chose to do a simple name change. But because of that, the screenplay was clearly written with Deadshot in mind, so they didn't do a whole lot of work to build and establish that character. So they assume you're going to take some baggage from the first film along with this ride, and that not being there kind of hurts him a little bit. But that's it. Those are my two complaints of the film. Otherwise, this film is a strong, sturdy film. Very well written. It takes the trope of a giant, like, globule villain that has been done very poorly in films such as Green Lantern, spins it and shows that you can make that work if you put in the effort and really try. The giant globule in this really, really works. There's other great characters in this film. King Shark is fantastic. Ratcatcher 2 is my favorite character. Like, she is so good. She steals the whole film for me. She was tremendous. Rick Flag is given an elevated performance in this film, is utilized exceptionally well. Peacemaker is really fun and really funny. The film has some really interesting commentary on politics that I kind of agreed with all the way through. In short, this is a fantastic movie. See it in a theater. It's designed to be seen on a big screen. It's a gorgeous film by and large, and I really respected it. Margot Robbie knocks it out of the park as per usual, but this is the best use of her in all of the films. I give this movie a very strong 3.5 stars. The only other thing I would say is if you haven't watched the trailer, don't. The trailers give away way too much. This is a problem with Warner Brothers in general. They always are showing too much. Go into this without the trailer. It's a really fun ride. One you're going to be happy that you took. So check out The Suicide Squad. It's top tier for the DCEU, probably just behind the first Wonder Woman and that first Shazam movie. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you guys thought of the movie.